A fierce Montana blizzard trapped veteran Jack Callahan in his $500 cabin, but nature was not his true foe. His loyal service dog Ghost grew restless, fixating on a stone fireplace with frantic scratching. What secret lay hidden, worth killing for? Please subscribe to uncover the truth. The air in the Flathead County Courthouse Annex hung heavy with the scent of old paper and damp wool coats. Jack Callahan sat on a worn wooden bench, his posture rigid from 20 years in the Army. At his feet lay Ghost, a silver-cream German shepherd, calm but alert. The auctioneer droned through foreclosed properties, his voice flat. Parcel 7B, the old Miller place, came up, and a hush fell. Whispers of curses swirled as Jack raised his hand. $500. Silence followed, heavy with pitying stares. No one bid against him. The gavel fell with a crack, sealing Jack's fate. He signed the deed, ignoring murmurs of haunted land. Ghost's ears twitched, sensing the room's unease. Jack's hand rested on his dog, a quiet anchor amid whispers. Outside, the rain had slowed to a drizzle. Jack headed to Abernathy's general store, the bell chiming as he entered. The scent of sawdust and coffee greeted him. He needed supplies, a padlock, lamp oil, coffee, an axe handle. Abernathy, the store's elderly owner, studied Jack with concern. "You bought the Miller place," he said, voice low. "That land belonged to Arthur Miller, a journalist who vanished 16 years ago. He poked into Blackwood's Corporation's dealings." "Strange, is it not?" Jack listened, his face unreadable. Ghost sat close, amber eyes scanning the store. Abernathy leaned forward. "Folks say the land is cursed, that Miller's ghost lingers, seeking justice. Blackwood's tried to claim it, but the auction was the only way." Jack paid for his items, his movements deliberate. "I appreciate the warning," he said, voice steady. He stepped into the crisp Montana air, Ghost trotting beside him. The road ahead promised solitude, but whispers of trouble followed like shadows. Jack's 1998 pickup rumbled along a gravel road, spitting stones as pavement faded. Ghost sat upright, nose twitching at the half-open window. Rolling hills gave way to jagged mountains, a vast wilderness that felt both freeing and foreboding. The turnoff was unmarked, save for 2 rotting fence posts. Jack navigated a rutted path, noticing a fallen pine blocking the way. Too perfect, too deliberate. Thorny thickets crowded one side, forcing the truck near a deep ditch. Each obstacle felt like a warning, not nature's doing, but someone's design. Jack's military instincts sharpened, reading the land like a battlefield. Ghost's ears flicked, sensing the shift. The path opened to a clearing, revealing the cabin. Dark logs sagged under a mossy chimney. The porch groaned as Jack stepped forward, Ghost close behind. The air smelled of pine and damp earth. "This is home, old friend," Jack said softly. Ghost gave a low woof, tail wagging. Inside, dust danced in dim sunlight, filtering through grimy windows. A wooden table held a chipped mug, oddly recent in the decay. Ghost froze, then bolted to the fireplace, scratching at a stone with urgent whines. Jack knelt beside him. The stone was loose. Jack pried it free, revealing a hidden compartment. Inside lay a weathered map, its edges frayed, marked with cryptic symbols. It pointed to something buried on the land, tied to Miller's disappearance. Ghost's eyes locked on Jack. Jack's heart quickened, but his hands stayed steady. The map's faded lines traced a path through the forest, hinting at a treasure or secret. Was this what Miller died for? Ghost's low growl urged action. Jack folded the map, resolve hardening. He and Ghost stepped into the dusk, the Montana air sharp with pine. The map led north, past towering pines to a rocky outcrop. Wind howled, carrying an eerie weight, as if the land itself whispered warnings. Jack's boots crunched on frost-kissed leaves. Ghost moved ahead, nose low, tail rigid. The path narrowed, cliffs rising on one side. A snapped branch caught Jack's eye, too fresh for this forgotten place. Someone had been here recently. The map marked a hollowed tree as the end point. Jack spotted it, gnarled and ancient, its base unnaturally disturbed. Ghost circled, whining softly. Jack dug with his hands, unearthing a rusted metal box. Inside were papers, yellowed but legible, detailing Blackwood's illegal mining. Names, dates, payoffs to silence whistleblowers. Miller's work, hidden at great cost. Jack's jaw tightened, Lives were lost for this truth. Ghost's ears pricked at a distant snap. Footsteps. Jack's military instincts flared. They were not alone. Danger closed in. The papers burned in Jack's hands, a call to justice. Ghost pressed close, his warmth a reminder of trust. Jack's past taught him to face threats head-on, but this was bigger than one man's fight. The forest grew silent, unnaturally so. Jack clutched the box, scanning the shadows. A figure moved beyond the trees, too deliberate to be a stray hunter. Blackwoods, or their hired hands, wanted this buried. Jack's pulse thrummed with purpose. He and Ghost retreated to the cabin, the night pressing in. The papers revealed Miller's final stand against greed, a story worth killing for. Jack's solitude was no longer just refuge. It was a mission to expose the truth. The cabin's gloom swallowed Jack as he barred the door. Ghost stood guard, eyes fixed on the darkness beyond the grimy windows. The papers in Jack's hands felt heavy, each word a testament to Miller's courage, each line a reason men died. Jack spread the map and documents on the table, the mug's blue ring catching his eye. Why was it here, untouched in this decay? His mind raced, piecing together Miller's final days, betrayed by those he exposed. Outside, the wind howled, masking any sound of approaching danger. Ghost's low growl broke the silence, fur bristling as he faced the door. Jack's hand rested on his dog, steadying them both. He had faced ambushes before, but this felt personal. The papers named Blackwood's executives, their crimes tied to illegal land grabs. Miller's notes hinted at a witness, someone who fled, leaving this cache. Jack's resolve hardened. He would find them. But first, he had to survive the night. A creak on the porch snapped Jack to attention. Ghost bared his teeth, silent but fierce. Headlights flashed briefly through the trees, then vanished. Someone was out there, circling, waiting. Jack's military training kicked in, calculating exits and defenses. He tucked the papers into his jacket, map folded tight. Ghost led the way to a back window, small but unbarred. They slipped into the night, snow crunching underfoot, the forest a maze of shadows and threats. Jack's breath fogged in the cold, his heart steady despite the danger. Ghost moved like a specter, guiding them deeper into the woods. The treasure was not gold but truth, and it demanded justice. Jack would not let Miller's sacrifice be forgotten. Dawn broke, casting pale light over the mountains. Jack and Ghost crouched in a thicket, watching the cabin from afar. Two figures searched it, their movements sharp, professional. Blackwoods had sent their best to silence this secret. Jack's eyes met Ghost's, a silent pact. They would expose the truth, no matter the cost. Miller's story, buried for 16 years, would see light. Jack's solitude had become a purpose, his bond with Ghost his strength. Did Jack uncover the full truth? Subscribe and hit the bell to follow his fight for justice. Share your thoughts below. Would you risk everything for a hidden truth? Jack and Ghost press on, their courage a beacon in the dark.